This is GAME Radio, coming to you live from across the shattered remains of the United States. Whether you're tuning in from a rusty shack in the Mojave or deep within a hidden vault, tonight's broadcast is for you, the wanderers, the dreamers, the survivors. Today we're reliving a story that defined a generation of gamers, a series that showed us a world burned to ashes and asked, what do we do next? That's right, this is the story of Fallout.
Fallout was never just a game, it was a world, a beautifully broken one, where every step you took, every choice you made, mattered. For some of us, Fallout became a second home, full of danger, wonder, and unforgettable memories. Whether you're a vault dweller, a lone wanderer, or a sole survivor, this is your story too. Our journey begins in 1997. The world was different then. Gaming was dominated by high fantasy, bright colors, and simple good versus evil tales. But Fallout dared to be different. It gave us grit, grime, and the chilling aftermath of nuclear war. Set in a retro-futuristic America ravaged by atomic bombs, Fallout combined RPG depth with open-ended exploration. Its isometric perspective lets you peer down on a world in ruins, yet alive with stories. The special system, strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck, lets you build a character that was truly your own, influencing every combat scenario and conversations.
Hey, you not look like Ghoul. How come? Huh? What?
You played as the Vault Dweller, leaving the safety of Vault 13 with one urgent mission.
Ah, you're here. Good. We've got a problem. A big one. The controller chip for our water purification system has given up the ghost. Can't make another one, and the process is too complicated for a workaround system. Simply put, we're running out of drinking water. No water, no vault.
Find a water purification chip to save your people, but the wasteland had other plans. Raiders, super mutants, ghouls. Danger lurked beyond every corner, and just when you thought you were in control, you discovered the Master, a grotesque, tragic villain once human who envisioned a forced unity of all mankind through mutation. One of the most haunting moments came when you were confronted by the Master, whose eerie voice, thanks to multiple layers of voice actors and the sound distortion, still sends chills down the spines of longtime fans.
So be it. You've dug your own grave.
Grave! I don't have to prove anything to you!
Prove? I am no villain.
You have no idea what I or
The Unity
is about.
The moral dilemmas were ahead of their time. Do you kill the Master outright, reason with him, or discover alternative ways to end the threat? And after saving the vault, the Overseer's betrayal was a gut punch we never saw coming.
You've done it. That's wonderful, amazing. I'm so proud of what you've accomplished. You've saved all our lives. Who knows? Maybe even saved the human race. That makes the rest of this even harder. Everyone will want to talk to you. Every youngster will look up to you and want to emulate you. They'll want to leave. What if we are the only safe place in the world? You just gave us back all these lives. I've made a lot of tough decisions since I took this position, but none of them harder than this one. You saved us, but you'll kill us. I'm sorry. You're a hero, and you have to leave.
You're a hero, they said. Now get out. It was one of gaming's earliest examples of a bittersweet victory, showing us that in Fallout, choices have weight and rarely lead to fairy tale endings. Fans still debate the best way to play Fallout 1, max out speech and barter talk your way through, or go full brawler punching super mutants into oblivion. Who can forget the unofficial speedrunning end where clever players tricked the master into self-destruction using high speech checks?
There is no hope. Leave now. Leave while you still have.
Hope.
A testament to the flexibility of the game. Fallout 1 just wasn't a game. It was a pioneering experiment in a non-linear storytelling. It set a precedent for future RPGs, providing a deep moral ambiguity and player freedom could thrive outside traditional fantasy settings. For many, it marked the first time a game truly trusted the players to craft their own path, consequences and all. 1 year later, Fallout 2 expanded everything: the world, the lore, and the humor. You stepped into the worn boots of the Chosen One, a descendant of the original Vault Dweller.
He was cast out, exiled. Forsaken by his people, he strode into the wasteland. There he founded a small village, Arroyo, where he lived out the rest of his years. But the scars left by the war have not yet healed, and the earth has not forgotten.
Come in, Chosen One. There are things you must know. The village is dying. There is hope, however. A slim hope that few know of. The old discs speak of an item called the Garden of Eden Creation Kit.
Tasked with saving your dying tribe by locating the Gek, the Garden of Eden Creation Kit. Fallout 2's world was immense and the scope was jaw-dropping. It introduced complex faction politics, reputation systems, and a map littered with bizarre and brilliant locations. The choice you made shaped not just your journey, but the fate of the entire towns. This time, the wasteland was weirder, wilder, and a lot more fun. Who can forget New Reno, a city run by warring mob families, where you could gamble, become a porn star, or even, yes, marry Brahmin. Fallout 2 leaned heavily into the dark humor, but it also fleshed out the world in ways that made it feel meaningful. At its heart, Fallout 2 revealed the Enclave, the old US government shadowy remains, plotting to purge the wasteland of mutated life. Your journey from tribal outsider to a true wasteland warrior felt epic in scale, and fans still talk about their love for companions like Marcus, the super mutant, and Sulik, the tribal warrior, whose quirky dialogue and unwavering loyalty left lasting impressions.
Most people have evil spirits. You have stupid spirits. Go see shaman. Get hole in head. Big hole. Very big. Huge.
And let's not forget the countless Easter eggs, the Bridge of Death sequence straight out of Monty Python, the crashed Star Trek shuttle, and the infamous encounter with King Arthur's knights. Fallout 2 was the kind of game that rewarded exploration, not just in gameplay, but in humor and heart. What made Fallout 2 truly remarkable was its willingness to push boundaries, not just in gameplay, but in tone. It balanced deep world building with moments of sheer absurdity, embodying a satirical spirit that became a hallmark of the franchise. It dared players to laugh in the face of the apocalypse while still confronting harsh truths about power, survival, and human nature. Then came the game that refined the series for a whole new generation, Fallout 3. In 2008, Bethesda brought the wasteland to life in 3D, giving us a massive, explorable world and a first-person view that made every encounter personal. Fallout 3 was more than a game. It was a reimagining of everything we loved about Fallout, but with a modern technology and storytelling. You were the lone wanderer, born and raised in the security of Vault 101, a place that promised protection from the horrors of the outside world. But as we all know, safety never lasts long in a post-apocalyptic world. What began as a simple search for your father turned into a quest that questioned the very nature of human survival in a radioactive world. The capital wasteland, stretching out across the ruins of Washington, D.C., was a deadly playground, yet full of opportunities for the brave enough to explore. Fallout 3 brought us unforgettable moments detonating or saving Megaton, exploring the eerie simulations of Tranquility Lane, and watching Liberty Prime stomp through enemies shouting patriotic one-liners.
Democracy is non-negotiable.
This game's haunting radio broadcast, Three Dog's voice still echoing in players' ears, connected us to a world that felt alive.
Because one dog ain't enough, and two is too low, it's me, Three Dog! How you kids handling post-apocalyptia today?
There was something magical about Fallout 3's environmental storytelling. Every building you entered told a story, whether it was the remnants of a family in a forgotten apartment or the shattered ruins of a military base. You could walk through the wreckage of a once thriving city, and the world itself spoke to you, as though each abandoned structure was waiting for someone to uncover its lost history. And Fallout 3's impact was huge. It sparked a massive modding community, fan fiction, and resurgence of love for post-apocalyptic storytelling. Even today, mods like Tale of Two Wastelands keep the adventure alive for die-hard fans. Fallout 3's blend of personal storytelling, open-world exploration set a template for the modern RPGs, influencing everything from Skyrim to The Witcher. Fallout New Vegas, developed by Obsidian, took everything fans loved about Fallout 3 and redefined it, arguably creating the best Fallout experience to date. You were the courier, shot in the head and left for dead, only to rise up and shape the fate of the Mojave Wasteland. What made New Vegas stand apart from Fallout 3 was its unrelenting focus on choice and consequence. It wasn't just about surviving the wasteland. It was about deciding who would control it. Would you back the new California Republic, trying to rebuild order from the ashes? Would you join Caesar's Legion and bring chaos to the Mojave in the name of the brutal empire? Or perhaps you ally with Mr. House using technology to control the future? New Vegas wasn't just about factions. It was about you. The game's reputation system allowed your decisions to ripple out, altering wasteland power dynamics, affecting entire towns, and influencing how NPCs interacted with you.
Hey, as long as you behave, I'll deal with you, okay?
The lore was richer, the writing was sharper. Fans still rave about quests like Beyond the Beef and Come Fly With Me, where ghouls, believing they were destined for the stars, attempted to launch into space. The side stories were often as compelling as the main narrative, giving the players freedom to craft their own saga. One thing that elevated New Vegas was its roots. Many of the developers had worked on the original Fallout games, and their love for the series shone through. This wasn't just a sequel. It was a spiritual successor that dug deep in Fallout's DNA, bleeding old-school RPG sensibilities with modern design. The game's modular storytelling, vast wasteland exploration, and political intrigue brought the world to life in ways only few RPGs ever have. And the companions, Marcus, Boone, Veronica, Arcade, Cass, each brought something unique to the table. They weren't just quest givers. They had their own stories, fears, and motivation. Many fans have shared how they felt emotionally invested in the fates of their own companions. From the heart-wrenching arc of Boone's wife's death to the fiery independence of Veronica, New Vegas became a cultural touchstone. Its faction, its music, its gritty tone, it's no surprise you'll find an NCR Ranger helmet and Caesar's Legion banners at fan conventions to this day. It was a game that respected the intelligence of its players, pushing them to think deeply about morality and politics, even as they laughed at the absurdity of it all. Fallout 4 took us back to the moment where it all began, the day the bombs fell.
Good morning! Vault-tec calling. You see, Vault-tec is the foremost builder of state-of-the-art underground fallout shelters. Vaults, if you will. Luxury accommodations where you can wait out the horrors of nuclear devastation. You can't begin to know how happy I am to finally speak with you. I've been trying for days. It's a matter of utmost urgency, I assure you.
For the first time, we saw pre-war America before it vanished under mushroom clouds. Then, we woke up 200 years later as the sole survivor, driven by a simple yet heart-wrenching goal: find your kidnapped son. The Commonwealth was filled with stories of paranoia and hope. The rise of synths, androids who believe they're human, pose questions about identity and humanity. And the heart of it all was the Institute, a hidden city of brilliant minds and morally gray science. Were they truly working for the betterment of humanity? Or had their visions of the future gone horribly wrong?
Now go. Just leave me.
Fallout 4 brought crafting and settlement building to the forefront, giving the players the tools to rebuild the wasteland, brick by brick. Every settlement you established became a part of your legacy in the Commonwealth, providing a sense of community amidst the chaos. The Minutemen, once a group of hopeful protectors, became central to your story, helping rebuild the wasteland, one settlement at a time. But this was still Fallout, a series that demanded choices. Every faction had its own vision for the future of humanity. Whether you sided with the Brotherhood of Steel, the Minutemen, the Railroad, or the Institute, the wasteland responded in unexpected and often tragic ways. Fallout 4 forced you to decide which future you believed in, if any. And for all its new mechanics, Fallout 4's world building remained deeply personal. You weren't just a wanderer this time. You were a parent, grappling with loss, hope, and betrayal. The emotional undercurrent gave Fallout 4 a raw humanity, making it more than just another post-apocalyptic adventure. And expansions like Far Harbor and Nuka World proved that Fallout 4 wasn't done surprising us. Whether you were battling sea monsters in the radioactive fog or taking over a theme park turned Raider Haven, these DLCs expanded the wasteland further, offering even more choices and opportunities to shape the future. Then came Fallout 76, Bethesda's boldest experiment yet.
Fallout 76 is a prequel to all the other games, and it's our biggest one yet. It is 4 times the size of Fallout 4. Fallout 76 is entirely online, and this time it features all new rendering, lighting, and landscape technology. It allows us to have 16 times the detail. 16 times the detail. I read on the internet that our games have had a few bugs, and that sometimes it doesn't just work.
At launch, Fallout 76 was plagued with bugs, missing features, and lack of human NPCs. Fans felt lost in a world that, while vast, felt strangely empty. It became one of the most controversial releases in the franchise's history. Yet over time, Fallout 76 found its footing. Major updates like Wastelanders brought NPCs back into the world. New storylines, factions, and events gave Appalachia life. Players began to form real communities, building camps, trading gear, and defending settlements together. In many ways, Fallout 76 became a story not just about survival, but about resilience, mirroring its own redemption arc. The game's evolution from troubling beginnings to a revival of an online experience that stands a testament to both the developers' dedication and the community's passion. Today, Fallout 76 is a different game. It's a living world with seasonal events, daily adventures, and a devoted community that stuck around even when things looked bleak. It may have not started strong, but it stands proof that in the wasteland, and in the game development, redemption is always possible. In 2024, Fallout took the leap from our consoles to our screens with the Amazon Prime TV series, bringing vaults, power armor, and the iconic wasteland aesthetic to life in a whole new way. For years, fans had imagined what Fallout's world would look like in live action, and the series luckily did not disappoint. What made the series click wasn't just its stunning visuals, it was the respect for the source material. The show wasn't a rehash of existing game stories, but expanded the universe, weaving new characters and plots into the Fallout mythos while standing true to the franchise's dark humor, moral ambiguity, and biting social commentary. The show's success lay in its layered storytelling. We weren't just watching another post-apocalyptic survival tale. We were diving deep into what Fallout has always been about: humanity's hubris, resilience, and the complex choices that define civilization's rise and fall. And of course, it didn't shy away from those weird, wonderful touches, whether it was irradiated creatures, quirky robots, or the retro-futuristic Americana vibe that became Fallout's signature. For many, the series became an entry point into the games, while longtime fans celebrated seeing the wasteland realized with such care. It proved that Fallout isn't just a game, it's a cultural phenomenon, capable of crossing media while staying true to its roots. From the isometric days of Vault-13, immersive power struggles in New Vegas, rebuilding the Commonwealth to forging new paths in Appalachia, Fallout has never stopped evolving. It's a series built on choices, on asking people not just what they want to do, but why. And beyond the games themselves, Fallout's legacy is one of community. Modders, artists, writers, and fans around the world kept the wasteland alive in their own ways, breathing fresh life into every corner of the franchise. Whether it's mods that transform the game entirely, or fan theories that unravel its deepest mysteries, Fallout has always belonged as much to its players as to its creators. At its heart, Fallout is a mirror, a reflection of our own world's fear and follies, our dreams of rebuilding, and our unshakable hope that even after the worst happens, we'll find a way forward. In a world obsessed with the end of days, Fallout reminds us, war may never change, but people, we just might. As long as there's stories to tell, as long as there are wastelands to wander, Fallout's world and its fans will keep going on. After all, in the wasteland, adventure is always just around the corner. Thank you for watching, and remember, stay nostalgic.